Good morning. In my last lecture, I was talking about information theory. Okay, there I have talked about the details of information theory, and also I was talking about the communication models. There I have discussed about analog models and digital models. Okay, then I was talking about different communication channels we are using, and also with that we have talked about different receiving algorithms. Okay, in that last chapter. Okay, so now in this lecturer I want to talk about the coding. Okay, so here I want to in my first lecture of the coding I want to talk about in detail of error control coding. Okay, so as we know, in digital communication, errors are introducing during the transmission of data from the transmitter to receiver due to noise or some other reasons. That thing already you know. Okay, so many times I have talked about the inclusion of errors. Okay, in the transmission data. Okay, when the data is transmitting from the uh, transmitter to receiver. Okay, by the help of communication channel. Okay, now the reliability of data transmission will be severely affected due to those errors. Okay, so as you know, normally when I am talking about the error inclusion in the communication line. Okay, so when the error will be included in the communication line. Okay, then obviously the reliability of data transmission will be severely affected. Okay, by the inclusion of error in the in the transmission line. In the transmission line. Okay, obviously what will happen, the reliability of data transmission, the reliability of data transmission of data transmission. Okay, what will happen, okay, will be severely affected, will be severely affected. Getting? So in order to improve the reliability of data transmission, the designer will have to increase the signal power or reduce the noise spectral density to improve the reliability, or to improve the data efficiency, to improve the reliability of data transmission. Okay, so the designer is adding or increasing the signal power by adding the signal power, or I can say here, by increasing the signal power. Okay, or reduce the noise spectral density N0. Okay, as per our previous discussion in our last chapter. Okay, as per the discussion in our last chapter, or by reducing the noise spectral density, which is N0, we can make a reliable data transmission system. Okay, so to maximize the ratio, okay, to maximize the ratio, when we are reducing the noise spectral density N0, if it is possible by the designer, then obviously the ratio of EB by N0 will be increased. Okay, but practically there is a limitation on the maximum value of the ratio EB by N0. Okay, so we can't increase the ratio beyond this limit. Okay, so hence for a fixed value of EB by N0, we have to use some kind of coding in order to improve the quality of the transmission signal. So what I want to do, as it is not practically possible, to maximize the value of the ratio EB by N0, so we have to use some kind of coding here. We can use some kind of coding. Okay, we can use some kind of coding in order to improve the quality of the transmitted signal. The quality of the transmitted signal. The quality of the transmitted signal. Getting? So another advantage of using coding also, suppose you are using the coding, another next advantage will be that we can reduce the required value of EB by N0. We can reduce the required value of EB by N0 will be reduced. Okay, reduced for a fixed bit error rate. Okay, for a fixed bit error rate. Okay, so this is another advantage. So this will in turn reduce the required transmitted power. So transmitted power will be reduced. So transmitted power will be reduced. Okay, and the size of the antenna also, and the size of the antenna also will be reduced, and also the size of antenna will also be reduced. Okay, so now we have to talk about the detection and correction of error. Okay, so for the detection or correction of these errors, one or more than one extra bit are added. Okay, to detection or correct the errors, one or more one or more extra bit one or more extra bits are added, okay, to the data bit to the data bits at the time of transmitting okay. So these extra bits are called as the extra bits which are added are called parity bits, okay. The extra bits are called parity bits, and these are allowed the detection or sometimes correction of the errors, and the data bits along with the parity bits form a code word, okay. And the data bits along with the parity bits okay, form a code word, okay. Now I want to discuss about error control techniques. Error control techniques. Okay, so it can be divided into two types, okay. One is the error control techniques can be divided into two ways or two types. First one is error detection technique. And the next one is error correction technique. Error correction techniques. So the error detection techniques are capable of only detecting the errors, okay, and they can't correct the errors. Similarly, the error correcting techniques are capable of detecting as well as correcting the errors, okay. This is the difference between error detection and error correction techniques. That means when I'm talking about error correcting technique, so this technique is capable of detecting as well as correcting the errors. But when I'm talking about error detection technique, so that kind of technology only can correct or detect the errors but can't correct the errors. So now I want to talk about the disadvantage of coding, okay. I want to talk about the disadvantage of coding, okay. So I can talk about some disadvantage of coding. Like in our first point, I can tell as increased transmission bandwidth, okay, is required in order to transmit the encoded signal. This is due to the additional bit added by the encoder. So here we have an increased as per the coding, okay. Here increased transmission bandwidth is required, okay, because we have to transmit the encoded signal. So this is due to the additional bits, okay, added by the encoder. So next disadvantage, use of coding make the system complex. Okay, use of coding makes the system complex. Okay, so this is the next advantage, because this, when you are using coding in our transmission, okay, then that will be very, or the system will be very complex. Now come to talk about the types of error control. Okay, so for this classification, or when I'm coming to talk about the types of error control, okay, for this classification I want to show you a figure where you can understand the categorization or types of the error control. Okay, so I'm coming to that figure. So see this figure. See this figure, error control coding. Okay, it is classified as FEC, which is forward error correction, then AQR, which is automatic repeat request, and the next one is hybrid ARQ. Okay, so these are the main three categorization or classification of error control coding. Then FEC, which is forward error correction. Okay, which is forward error correction. Okay, FEC, which is forward error correction, can be classified as what? Concealment error, or, and the next one is a linear error correcting codes. Again, the linear error correcting codes can be classified as that is here, see, block codes, cyclic codes. Okay, then BCH codes, and again BCH code, and the another way it is classified as convolutional code. Okay, I am talking about linear error correcting code. Okay, and again when I am talking about the BCH codes, so this code can be classified as RS codes, which is non-binary. Similarly, another way I can talk about that code, that is Hamming codes, which is binary codes. Okay, now when I'm talking about the convolutional code can be classified, okay, in three ways, that is self orthogonal codes. One is self orthogonal codes, the next one is trial and error codes, and the third one is recursive systematic codes, or RSC. So these are the classification when I am talking about the types of error control. Okay, so now we have classified the error control codings. Okay, or we have described briefly on the types of the error control coding. Okay, so I can tell here that, okay, so in this chapter we have to completely approach two error techniques. Okay, that is their automatic request for retransmission, that is AQR, and the next one is forward error correction, FEC. Okay, so here in this chapter we want to talk about these two techniques. Okay, then the AQR technique is what? The AQR system is the receiver can request for the transmission of the complete or a part of message if it finds some error in the received message. Okay, so this needs an additional channel called a feedback channel to send the receiver's request for transmission. Similarly, when we are talking about the FEC technique, okay, when you are talking about the FEC technique, in the FEC technique, there is no such feedback. In FEC technique, there is no such feedback. Okay. In FEC technique, there is no such feedback path and request for transmission. Path and request for transmission. Okay, and most of the coding techniques, okay, described in the chapter are related to FEC. When I'm talking about the codings here in this chapter, most of our discussion will be based on FEC techniques. So I think now you are getting some basic idea about the need of error control coding and how we are detecting or correcting the errors. Okay, so we have talked about the different error control techniques also. Okay, then I was talking about the disadvantage of coding. Also we have classified the types of error control coding. Okay, so I think we have to stop here. Okay, in our next class I want to discuss more about our further topics which are included in our unit 5. Okay, or which are included in our last chapter. Okay, so I think we have to stop here. Thank you very much. In my next lecture, I want to discuss about minimal Hamming distance. Okay, so thank you very much.